One theory suggested the Virginia state seal, which depicted the mythological Virtus standing over a conquered tyrannus, had also motivated Prosper's support. The image on the seal, when impressed on dark wax, could be interpreted as a freed slave standing triumphant over his master. Believing his state seal had motivated blacks to revolt, many plantation owners hired guards at the Capitol and changed the official seal. Very interesting. Wow. Oof. Oof. Wow. The Denmark Vesey Uprising. In 1822, a few years after the Prosser conspiracy, Denmark Vesey, a militant free black, organized a revolt in Charleston, South Carolina. Vesey had purchased his own freedom for $600, which came from $1,500 in lottery winnings. He was refused permission, however, to purchase the freedom of his children. Fueled by the anger that his children, not to mention his race, were mere chattel, Vesey vowed not to accept the self-mocking, acquiescing behavior expected of slaves. He demanded that blacks display racial pride and courage. When he saw Charleston slaves bow, tip their hats, and step into the street gutters to make way for whites, he screamed, "You deserve to be slaves." To express his anger in a more productive forum, Vesey became a Methodist minister who preached racial solidarity and freedom to his fellow blacks. Drawing on the texts of the Declaration of Independence in the Old Testament, in his sermons, he admonished against inequality and urged slaves to resist their masters. So vehement were Vesey's arguments that some of his followers feared Vesey more than their masters or even God. Vesey planned his uprising for nearly 4 years, patiently working out the details. He was well aware that several past revolts had gone awry when blacks squealed to their masters. To decrease that possibility, he let it be known that he will personally deal with any slave who betrayed him. But even with all of Vesey's threats, house slaves informed their white masters of Vesey's planned revolt, not once but twice. Vesey never had even had a chance to carry out his threat of, quote, breaking the neck of any slave who informed on him, end quote. Based upon the word of slave informers, white authorities arrested and executed Vesey and 37 of his followers. Another 30 lesser participants were deported to the Caribbean for reconditioning. Reconditioning. Wow. For Vesey, death was probably preferable to living with the knowledge that 2 of his own people personally profited from selling him down the river. For their treachery, the informers received meritorious manumission and monetary reward. So they were rewarded financially for snitching on Denmark Vesey. How many of y'all feel like we still have that going on today? How many of y'all feel like today we still got a class of black people that will gladly go and dismantle anything they see sort of that is built upon some sort of revolution for black people? It's kind of interesting. I mean, it's really funny. I just even think about when I was in the academy, when I was at Syracuse University. I remember I wasn't well received by a lot of black scholars. I wasn't, and I didn't understand what it was. I was nice to people. I didn't mistreat others that I met in person.